and welcome to this session. This session is for legs, bums, thighs and cardio. It's a full body workout, but we're having a special focus on this area of our bodies today. Please make sure you're fit and well to exercise with me today. If you start to feel unwell at any point, please do just stop. You do not need a lot of space for this workout, and you don't need any equipment at all. I've got a mat because I'm going to be getting down and up to the mat, but if you don't want to get down to your mat, there are alterations. You can do everything from standing or sitting. So let's get going, and we can just have a little chat as we go through. So first thing I want you to do is just get those shoulders rolled back. So roll back, ease some tension. We do this as a live session on a Friday, and it's always so good to release that tension from the rest of the week. And speaking of live, I've got some lovely people on with me this week, and roll them forwards. I've got Sean, I've got Sarah D, I've got Sarah W, and I've got Susanna all joining me this week on the live stream. And then just nice big circles here. We're going to get into the legs in a second, don't you worry. Just want to get those arms warmed up and backwards. Good. So we're going to be working through a lot today. We've got a lot to get through. We're doing a lot of stuff on one leg, then the other leg. So there's a lot of kind of stuff to do. We're going to just take it into a little squat. So just push that bottom backwards, dig into the heels, start off shallow. And if that's where you're going to stay with your squat, then that's fine. But if you want to go a little deeper, then start to develop that now. Keep the chin away from chest and just keep the chest open. Good. So glutes, bums. Doesn't mean we're just going to be doing squats. I know we're doing a squat as a warm-up here, but we're not going to be doing that many squats, okay? I promise. I've tried to think outside the box. We can do more than just do squats. First exercise is down on the mat. We're going to do a lying down exercise. So if you can lie down, you can do this exercise. So here's Margot to say hello. So fingertips up to the sky, knees bent, feet flat, and I just want you to pull out one arm and one leg. So we're working on activating the core here and just load bearing through the legs ever so slightly, very safely. Good. Well done. So we're just working on a few reps here as we go through. So a lot of exercises to get through. There's a lot we're going to work on one side, then the other side. So we're just going to rattle through them. We'll take the rest that we need. 2, 1, and relax. Okay. I'm going to show you the first exercise. Now, I'm going to do this down on the mat. If you don't want to do it onto the mat, I'm going to show you an alteration in just a moment. But what I want you to do is lie onto your side. And we're just going to do a side lying leg raise. So I'm supporting myself on my forearm here. And I've just got my hand in front, but you can put your hand up onto your hip if you want to. And we're just going to bring that leg up and then back down. Now, my feet aren't touching. So I'm going to try and do that all the way through without my feet touching. If you're finding that it's really hard, you can touch your feet together. So we're going to get ready to go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm going to start you off here. If you don't want to do the lying version, I'm going to show you what you can do. So you can come to a standing position and you're just going to bring that leg out and then back in. Okay, so you're going to do a standing leg raise. I'm going to carry on onto the mat. So you just choose what's right for you. Good. And just as we're at the beginning of this session, I don't want you to push through your muscular range too much just yet. Just work through what's comfortable. So we've got a long old way to go. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. You've got 20 seconds to switch sides. Loads of time, especially if you're standing. That's a really quick one. Everyone else, just swivel around, get yourselves ready, 10 seconds to go. So remember, if you want to keep those feet together, you can if it's a little tough. Otherwise, try and keep them apart. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Good. So holding into your tummy muscles all the time, that's really important. Making sure that your chin's not down here or all the way back up there. I always try and think about keeping my ears in line with shoulders to try and make sure that my spinal alignment through my neck is good. Well done. Keep it going then, over halfway here. Well done. So remember, touching if you need to with that foot, not if you can avoid it. But again, it's just different people, different levels. Do what's right for you. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. up to your feet. We do have a squat coming in here, so not loads of squats, but there are some squats. So what we're going to do is we're going to squat down, and then as we come up, we're just going to tap out the toe on the side. So squat down, tap out, okay? Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So down, tap, tap. Good. So working through those hips, tap it out. Good, so I'm just going to show you from the side. Just want you to see what's happening. Pushing that bottom backwards, making sure my back is nice and straight. I'm not bending over into the squat, really pushing back. Good. Chin is up. Smile. That's always helpful to have a smile. 10 seconds to go. Keep it going. Well done. Tap. Down. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. So the format for this session is you're going to work for 40 seconds. You're going to have 20 seconds off. So that 20 seconds is not going to be very much time to recover. So we're just going to work all the way through. Next exercise, we're going to do a standing kickback pulse. So we're going to bring the leg back and we're going to pulse it in. Okay, ready to go with me now? Let's go. Now, if you've got a good balance, you can hold yourself in place here. My upper body is nice and straight, so I'm not bending over. So making sure that everything's coming into the glutes. If you need to, you can come against a wall. You can just do a one-finger touch. You can do two-handed touch. But make sure that you're strong and straight through that midsection. We're going to swap sides in 10 seconds time from now. So keep going. Well done. Noticing that that supporting leg is working hard here. 2, 1, and let's do a straight swap. Good. There we go, straight swap here. Work it through. Good. So again, just making sure that you're strong and straight through that midsection. And if you can't, then just hold on to something, back of a chair, wall, windowsill, anything you've got nearby. Good. Well done. Just 10 seconds here. Excellent. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Start to feel a little warm, a warm glow into those thighs and into those glutes now. I hope so. Okay, next exercise we're going to go for, again, we're going to go back down to the ground and we're going to go for a lying leg raise. Now, this one's a little bit different. It's going to follow a slightly different timing format. So down to the mat. And again, if you can lie down, you can do this exercise. So whatever time it takes you to get down to the mat, get yourself down there. You can put your hands under your bottom if you need a bit of extra help. You can keep your legs straight or you can bend them. So whatever you can do your level. We're going to hold a low position for 10 seconds. We're then going to hold a medium position for 10 seconds, then a high position for 10 seconds. We're going to go back to medium and then down to low. If you need to have your knees bent just off the floor to do each one, then that's absolutely fine by me. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So hold for 10, hold it in and breathe. Make sure you're breathing. If you're finding this really difficult into the core, slide your hands under your bottom, move to medium, 10 seconds here. Good. Hold it in. They get progressively easier as you go up. 2, 1, into the high position. So you should feel that. If you can get those legs straight into the back of the legs there, into the hamstrings. Good. 2, 1, back to the medium. Hold it in now. This is where it gets tough. So hold it in there, gripping in tight. 3, 2, 1, and down for the last one, down for a challenge. If you find this too tough, you can stop or just bend those knees, slide your hands under your bottom. 3, 2, 1, ooh, and rest. Very good, very good. Okay, up to standing. Didn't think you were going to get a little bit of core in there today, did you? But there you go. That's me. Always a little bit of added value. We're going to go for our next exercise. We're going to go for a squat down and we're going to roll up through the hamstrings. I'm going to show you what that's going to look like from the side. So we're going to squat down, put my hands down, And then I'm going to push my bottom up, stretch out through the backs of my legs, and come to stand. So from the front, down, roll up, and coming up to stand. So I'm rolling those shoulders back as well, making sure the chest is open. Ready to go? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So squat down, up through the bottom, through the backs of the legs, roll the shoulders. Now you can go nice and wide for this one. Okay, it helps when you're going down, pushing up through the bottom and roll. Good. Squatting down, pushing that bottom back. Remember on that squat, we're working through the legs today. Down. So this one's not about pace. So you just work through the movement. If you're finding it tricky, just work on just straightening everything from the floor upwards. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. We're getting through these exercises now. We are going through at a pace. Well done, everybody. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in the standing lateral position. So exactly like we were just on the mat, but we're going to do it standing. What I'd like you to do is to count 10 on the lateral, just on the one side. So 10 movements and then 10 circles. Okay? So just on the one side, 10 on the lateral and then 10 circles. Doesn't matter which direction you want to go. And then we're going to have a little break and then we're going to swap sides. Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So work through your own 10 at your own pace. If you want to stick with me, that's number 3, 4. I'm not going to count loud just in case it puts you off your counting. Good. If you're with me, this is number 8, 9, and 10. And now I'm going to start my circles. Balance. So if you need to hold on to something, back of a chair, a window, a wall. Good. I think that's about 8, 9, 10. Good. Take a really short little rest and we're going to go on to the other side. Hopefully what you're noticing when we do this unilateral work, so the work when we're just working on one side at a time, what you're noticing is the leg that's doing the work is obviously working hard, but the supporting leg is also working really hard. Hopefully you're starting to feel that. Ready to go? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So hopefully you can feel that in that supporting leg, because that leg is taking all of the stress. It's working through all the balance and coordination. Good. 8, 9, 10 if you're with me. And then let's go through. It's a lot of concentration that you have to do to be able to keep your balance. Good. So well done, everybody. Everyone on the screen is doing an impeccable job. Well done, ladies. Good. Well done. 2, 1, and rest. I might have added an extra one on there. Not sure. You know, extra value yet again. You're very welcome. Okay, well done, everybody, for doing that. We're going to go through some reverse lunges now. So I'm going to stand towards the edge of my workspace with some space behind me. Now, a lot of people get a bit worried when we talk about lunges. Nothing to worry about. It's just a step back and a push down. That's all the reverse lunge is. If you can't do the push down, just do the step back. Okay, if your step back is only here, that's fine. Movement is movement. So just move in the way that's good for you. So we're going to step back and at the same time we're going to push our arms forwards. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So I'm going to step back and push forwards. And I'm going to stay on the same side as I do that. So I'm going to do quite a long lunge here. If you want to do a shorter lunge where you're coming down, that's totally up to you. So get yourselves ready. We're going to get ready to go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if you want to do the long lunge, it's going to work more through the hip flexors. If you do the long lunge, which is the muscles here at the front. Otherwise, you want to come down, push the arms forwards. So you can really push them or you can sweep them forwards, up to you. Whatever you want to do. You just want to get the arms involved. We don't want them to feel left out. Not after last week's upper body session. There was some recovery time needed after that, certainly for me. I don't know about anybody else. Good. 3, 2, 1. We're going to take 20 seconds off just to give that other little leg a little rest before we put it through its paces. 10 seconds to go. So I'm just going to change sides so you can see. You don't have to change that. You don't have to change angle. Do whatever you like. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Good. Push. So keep that chin up. Don't be tempted to push your body forwards as you're pushing those arms forwards. So really working through that movement, keeping nice and strong and straight through the core. Well done. Good work, everybody. Pulse should be coming up a little bit now, I hope. Good. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a break. We're heading back down to the mat for some side lying leg circles this time. If you don't want to get down to the mat for these side lying exercises, you can do them standing just as we just did. Okay, so it's going to look like this. We're going to be down onto the mat, but if you don't want to get down to the mat, you are in control. So you choose what you like to do. So down to the mat then. We're going to work for 15 seconds forwards and then 15 seconds in reverse. Okay, everybody ready? Let's go. So 15 seconds forwards. Now I am not touching down with my foot. My circles are going all in one direction here. 2, 1. Now reverse it. Trying to keep nice and straight in my upper body. I'm not swinging around. Nice and straight and stable. Feeling that yet? 2, 1. Woo! Switch sides. Good thing with so many exercises that we have this week is that we don't spend an awful lot of time on each one. 10 seconds to go then before we get going and change our sides. And then we're going to be back up to our feet. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So 15 seconds one direction. Good. So if you're on your feet, just remember that you can do the exact same thing. You're just taking a bit of that load away. Good. Well done. And reverse. Be a little bit longer than 15 seconds there. Full disclosure. Good. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Up to your feet. Okay, we've been working for over 15 minutes now. Okay, so hopefully those legs are starting to feel the effects of that. We don't want them to feel fresh, but we don't want them to feel too exhausted just yet. We're going to work on a staggered crunch, which is one of my absolute favorites. We're going to sit into a semi-squat. One leg's going to come back, and we're going to bring the arms down and the knee up at the same time. Ready to go with me now? Let's go. So we're going to work for 40 seconds. Okay, here. If you find this movement really challenging, and I know that some people do, you can put your fingertips onto your wall, stay in a semi-squat position, and just drive in through the leg. Okay, so you have got all of the control to do what you need to do to make these exercises work for you. Keep going. Keep it going then, 10 seconds. We're going to take 20 seconds rest before we change sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Well done. Okay. Whew. This is a little segue into our cardio section. We're going to spend 10 minutes doing cardio, 10 minutes of consistent, straight through cardio. And this is our little segue into that area. 2, 1, let's go. So hopefully your pulse is starting to come up now. Breathing is a little quicker, but you're not holding your breath. Good, so keep that chin up, back nice and straight. Work on strength, work on form. Good. Well done. 15 seconds. Good. Well done. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent work, everybody. Okay. Make any alterations you need to make. Grab yourself a quick drink, open a window, take off a layer, whatever it is, move the dog or the cat out of the way. We are heading into 10 minutes of cardio specifically aimed at legs, bums, and thighs, okay? So, get yourself ready. I'm gonna run through the exercises really quickly just while you have a little rest. First exercise we're gonna do is gonna be an ice skater. So this is the full exercise here. Coming down with the leg behind, hands down in front. You can jump that through, you can step it through, or you can do a standing skater if you want to. Okay, that's exercise number 1. Crossover squats are exercise 2. The standing version or the jumping version. Okay, I'm going to just show you the first 2. I don't want you to get too confused, so you just know what's coming up. We're going to get ourselves going in 20 seconds time. So, are you ready? The first one's going to be ice skater. We're going to work for 40 seconds on the ice skater. Okay, 40 seconds. Make sure you've got enough room. You don't need any more space in your mat, but you do need the space of your mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Let's go. So I want you to work really hard. We're going to be working for 10 minutes now. Okay, that feels like a long time. When you say it like that, there will be breaks. Do not worry, I have breaks for you. Every 40 seconds, there's a break. Good. Well done. Keep working it through. So I'm doing the jumping version here. You can do the stepping version. You can do the standing version, which is up here. 4, 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds rest. There you go, first one. Done. We're nearly only got 9 minutes to go. We're going to run through that again, just to make sure. 10 seconds then. So you know what you're doing now. We're doing all of these exercises twice. Okay, so you know what you're doing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you know after this one, we've got those crossover squats. So you know what's coming up. Good. Well done. So jump it through if you want, step it through if you want, or you've got your standing version. Whatever you're doing, make sure that that back leg is firing behind, all the way behind. That's where we're working here. The sideways step and firing that leg. 2, 1. Take your 20 seconds. We have got crossover squats coming up. You can jump these or you can step them. So a quick recap. If you're going to step, the legs coming behind, you're squatting down, legs coming behind, squatting down. If you're jumping, behind and in front. Okay, ready, 2, 1, let's go. I'm going to start with the stepping. And you can still make these super punchy. Okay, just because these ones specifically are not jumping, it does not mean they're easy. Okay, but if you are doing the jumping ones, and this is what it looks like, I want you to sit into those heels and push your bottom back, whichever squat you are doing. Okay, that's what I want from you. It's not a lot. Sit into the heels, push the bottom back. 2, 1, rest. 20 seconds. Good. Okay. Take a breath, take a sip of water, just a sip. Just a sip. We're ready to go again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So get yourself pushing through those heels. I'll show you what this looks like from the side. As you're getting tired, the tendency will be to just cut back on the squat. Don't give in to it. Don't give in to that squat. Push, push. You came here for legs, bums and thighs. That's what I'm going to give you. Okay? So that's what I want to see. Push on through. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your rest. Only 20 seconds. Watching in. I'm going to stand in the middle of my mat with my feet together. I'm going to come out to the side. I'm going to push back up, back to the side, and then to the other side. Up, across, and up. I'm not going to touch my feet down in between the double. Ready? Let's go. So side, middle, side, together. Side, middle, side, together. If you need to touch your foot down, then do. Okay, so that's one that I just touched my foot down. And here's one where I'm not. Okay. So pushing that bottom back nice and straight. Good. Together. To the side, up, the side, together. So we're working a lot here on balance and coordination. Okay. By not touching that foot down, rest. By not touching that foot down, you're challenging. You're using momentum, but you're challenging that balance. Okay, so you're working all the time on different elements. Ready to go again then. Last time for these. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. To the side, foot down. Good. I want to show you what this looks like from the side. So I really want to show you how far the bottom goes back and the back is nice and straight. So making sure that that's exactly what you're doing. So you can get the maximum benefit if you do the full range, if you can manage it, okay? If not, you can work up to it. Okay, movement in any way is positive. Keep it going. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Well done. Okay, we're on our 4th exercise here, 4th of 5. We're going to do some ski jumps. So I want you to ski, jump, ski, jump. Now, for you non-jumpers out there, obviously there's an alteration. So you're going to ski, step, step. Ready? Let's go. Ski and ski. Ski and ski. Good. So if you're jumping, I want you to try and land into the jump each time. So you're landing and pushing that bottom back at exactly the same time. So push, push. Look at those toes. So they're facing forwards. We don't want the knees coming in. 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your rest. 20 seconds. It's going to be over soon. It's going to be over soon. You're working out here. You've done over 25 minutes. You know this section's 10 minutes long. We're nearly there. 5 seconds on those ski jumps again or ski steps. Let's go. Ski. Ski. Push that bottom back. Drive that yourself down your imaginary mountain. Push. Good. You do not have to jump if you don't want to jump. I'm going to show you this one without jumping, and it's still really effective. Trust me, glutes are on fire right now. Keep it going. Come on then. 10 seconds. Don't give up now. 10 seconds. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your rest. One more exercise. 2 minutes to go. We're going to go back into that reverse lunge. We're going to do a twist. So we're going to bring the leg back. We're going to twist over the bent knee, come back up to standing. Opposite sides, and come back up to standing, okay? Ready to go. Let's do this. So behind, twist, up. Behind, twist, up. Now if you can only manage a long lunge, you just twist over the leg that's not going back. Otherwise, make the turnover nice and quick. Push on through. Fingertips up to temples helps with that postural alignment. Keeping that upper body nice and straight, strong, ready to tackle anything. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your rest. One more to go. If you fancy a little jumpy lunge, you can. If you fancy it, you don't have to. But if you want to, you can jump over. Okay? You don't have to. It's up to you. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It depends where you are on your workout today, how much you think you can cope with, what you've got coming up in your weekend or the rest of your day. Well done. So in these workouts, we exercise for life. We exercise for health. Okay, so just think about how this is improving your health, your life, hopefully your mood as well. Hopefully it's really improving your mood, apart from being angry at the minute with how hard this is. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, take your well-earned break. Well done, everybody. We've worked for around 30 minutes now, and we've just got the final little bit to go. Take a drink, open a window, take off another layer. If you like, don't have to, it's up to you. The next thing we're going to do the last exercises down onto the mat. Okay, the last 2, and then the last 1 is standing or sitting, depending how you want to do it. We're going to get down to the mat in just under 30 seconds now, so make sure you've got yourself ready, and I'm going to show you what we're doing. You're still in your rest period, so just looking in. I've got my feet together, and then I've got my knees apart. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to open and close my knees together. This is called a clamshell. So imagine that your feet are the hinge of that clamshell. I'm supporting on my forearm and I'm holding in tight to my tummy. When you're ready to go, let's go. So opening and closing. So this is a classic glute or bum workout here. It's a really nice low impact way to work into those bum muscles. Good. So you can do this with the resistance band as well. Obviously this is a no equipment workout, so nothing apart from just you and your willpower here today. But it is particularly effective. Keep it going then. Good. We're going to spin around in 3, 2, 1, and spin around. Good. Get yourself ready. I'm going to give you a little rest that you deserve for working so hard. So just make sure you're in the right position. Make sure you're not rolled back onto your bottom, that you're onto the side of your leg, there onto your hip bone. Ready to go. 2, 1. Let's go. Open and close. Good. Excellent. I can just see screens on my laptop in front of me. Serene and calm. It was frenetic just a minute ago and now it's all calm. Everyone's breathing and thinking, thank goodness that's over. It's okay, I can take it. I know the truth. Keep it going. Keep it going. Well done. Opening and closing. 10 more seconds then. Really pulling into those glute muscles if you can. If you can't, if they're too fatigued by now, don't worry. 2, 1, take your rest. Well done. The next thing we're going to do is again onto the mat, on all fours onto the mat here. I'm going to show you an adaptation for this one if you don't want to be on all fours. So we're going to do a donkey kick. So the foot is flat and the knee is bent, pushed up to the ceiling, and then the leg comes out to the side. So it's donkey kick to fire hydrant, okay? So that's what we're going to be working on. Anyone that doesn't want to be down onto the floor, onto the mat, you can do exactly the same from your wall. So you come out and then to the side for your fire hydrant, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So pushing up, coming out, pushing up, coming out. Good. Well done. This is a really good opportunity to check that you are working through to your core. To check those ab muscles are working as well. So are you staying nice and still? Or are you moving around a lot through the hips? Grip into the core and see the difference. Are you loading too much through your arms? Or are you holding that weight into your core 2, 1. Take a quick break, 20 seconds. If you just want to pull yourself back, then you can. Give yourself a little stretch if you want to. Otherwise, we've got 10 seconds to go. Get yourself ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So pushing up and coming out. So just check that your wrist, elbow and shoulder are all nice and stacked up on top of each other. We don't want the arms to be out here. It's going to be very difficult to get that movement right. So just make sure you're all stacked up, the back is straight, chin's away from chest, and you're working nicely through this exercise. Focusing on your breath now as well. Good. Push it up, push it out. Well done. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, last exercise coming up. It's a 1 on each side kind of thing, and it's a single leg squat, okay? These are tough. So I've done you a little favor, and I have got a seated version for you to do if you find the standing version too tricky. So the seated version first. You're gonna sit down on any chair, one leg down onto the floor, one leg up, and you're just gonna stand, and you're gonna sit back down, stand, and sit back down. It might take you a minute or so just to get into that rhythm. Otherwise, showing you from the front, we're just going to go down and come back up again, down and come back up. It is 40 seconds still. Okay, I'm not just going to make it nice and easy for you just because we're at the end. No way. No, you wouldn't thank me for that in the long run. I don't think you thank me for that. Okay, so whether you're sitting or you're standing, get ready to go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So squat down and up. Now, if you need to touch your toe down each time at the back, then you can. Otherwise, keep your foot up. Remember, what you're doing is a squat. So keep that bottom facing backwards. Keep that back straight and the shoulders open. Really important. And if you're doing the seated version, you still stick to all the same rules. Rules makes it sound really strict. It is strict. It's your body. You got to respect it. Good. Well done. Only 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to give you 20 seconds off before we do the last one, which is our last exercise before our really mini cool down stretch that we're going to do. The stretch is nice. The stretch is a lying down stretch today. So please keep with me for that one. It's definitely worth it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So chances are you chose your strong leg to start with. So the second leg might just be a little bit more wibbly wobbly. Just remember, what you're doing is squatting. Force that bottom back. Drive through the heel. And hopefully you'll find your balance. If you need to hold on to something, just hold on to something. Good. We're over halfway now anyway. You're doing really, really well. Well done, everybody. Keep that control. Good. This might be the one that you feel a little bit later on. Just so you know the name of it so you can curse it. 2, 1, and rest. If that is you done for the rest of the session, then please do feel free to jump off now. Otherwise, stay with me just for a little cool down. We're going to head down to the mat. What I'm going to do, head down to the mat, take a breath. I'm going to bring one knee in towards my chest. I'm going to stretch the other one out, but if you don't want to, you can keep that other leg bent. Okay, with the foot flat onto the floor, it just takes away a little bit from the hip flexor. So just pull that into the chest. Not overly pulling. I'm going to hold for around 10 seconds, but you can hold for up to 60 seconds on these stretches if you want to make them sort of developmental stretches. There we go, so nice. 10 seconds or so on each side. Good. And then both knees together. So really getting those knees pulled in. Feet nice and flat. It's going to get into those calves as well. Just pulling those legs in, knees in, feet flat. Good. And then I want you to sit up. Okay, I want you to stretch one leg out I'm going to do this way, it's a bit easier. I'm going to stretch one leg out, so I'm stretching my left leg out and I've got my right leg bent. I'm going to bring my left elbow over my bent knee and I'm going to put my eye gaze over my hand on the opposite hand, and I'm just really going to stretch out through the glute here, but also through my back. I'm going to keep my chin up, resist the temptation to be looking down at my hands. Good. So again, holding 10 seconds plus, whatever feels good. And then the other side again. So I've got my right leg straight, my left leg's bent, right elbow over, and I'm stretching and holding. Important to remember, when we're holding a position, we're not holding our breath. Okay, it's not the same thing. Being able to hold a position and breathe is kind of important. 2, 1, and the final stretch, just one more, because we've done a lot down in these hips and the glutes today. I just want you to bring one foot forward, one leg back, and I just want you to push through. So we're going to be working through these hip flexors. You know, I might need to wiggle yourself about a bit to be able to get through into those hip flexors on the back. But you can push and push. I'm not pushing down onto my knee. That's really important to say. So I've just lightly got my hands on my thigh here, and I'm just going to push forwards. And then when I'm feeling good, I'm just going to hold that stretch. I really like this one. It feels really good. Good. So just hold for as long as it feels good. And then slowly coming back up, changing over. So one foot goes ahead. Just get yourself into a position where you can feel that stretch and just work through, push, push, and then hold when you're ready. Good. Always nice to have a little stretch at the end. Well done, everybody. 2, 1, and that is your session done. I really hope you enjoyed this legs, bums and thighs and cardio session, and I really hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.